Okay, in this video we're going to be doing a V-neck. So I've used my half scale block again, I've drafted it up, I've labelled it, and now we're ready to go. So we're going to do our little sketch of what we want it to look like. I'm thinking of doing a narrow but kind of plunging V, not too plunging, but keep it appropriate. And I'm going to keep the two darts, so it'll look like something like this, and that the back will be there. So that's the front. So something like that. Alternatively, you could move the dart out and keep it all in the waist, or do a princess line. It's actually completely up to you, but for this purpose we're just going to do a V-neck. And I'm thinking that I'll take it out away from the neck 3 centimeters, so 1.5 half scale, squaring it, making sure that when we do the seams it'll line up. This is the bust point right here where the darts meet. So obviously if you put the V down to here, you'll be revealing a bit more. So it depends how low you want to go. So yeah, this is about the middle of the bust. So I'm probably going to come down, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 14 centimeters. Which is 7 centimeters half scale. So it's quite probably not as deep as my picture actually. But that's right, you can change your mind as you go along. I'm just thinking I want to keep it just that little bit decent. So it depends, you can have it a really straight V. You can do a bit of a curved V. Really up to you. I'm going to do a little bit of a curved V. Something a bit different. Squaring across here. If you're doing a straight V, you wouldn't do that. You would just bam, like that. It is harder to sew, so you would end up doing a facing, but that's something we'll get to a little bit later. I want it mostly straight down here, just curving in there. So it's a softer V. So I might update my picture just to show that there, like that. So that's the front. So we've gone in here 3 centimeters, which is 1.5 centimeters half scale. So that means we do the same at the back, because obviously you want it to meet up. So we're going to come in 3 centimeters. So 1.5. And this is your opportunity to drop your back neck just a little bit. I'm going to drop it 1 centimeter, so 0.5 half scale, squaring it across here and here, and I'm just going to draw it in there. Keep in mind that the block is quite close to the neck, so it is nice to drop the neckline just for a little bit of movement and room around your neck. So I'll just mark in our new neckline, just so you can see. Like that. Now, a new thing that we're going to learn today too is moving our dart in. So obviously if we're keeping the darts here, the points match up. That's going to be nasty for sewing, but also it's going to give you a weird point. So you'll end up looking a little bit like Madonna in her cone bra, which is not what anyone really wants, I don't think. So usually you move your point of your dart back, so you move it along the center line. So I'm just going to draw a center line. We know that because of that arch there, which has been from the grooving. Just doing it lightly. And then we're going to move it 1.5 back up. So just because it's half scale, it makes doing 0.75 is a little bit tricky. So I'm just going to do 1 centimeter for this exercise. There you go. And you can move it further. Sometimes actually I move it 3 centimeters up. depends how far you want to move the dart, but at least 1.5 centimeters away from the apex of the point, so that you get a nice round curve instead of a pointy shaping, because the whole point of a dart is to create nice shaping, not ugly shaping. So this is our new point of our dart here. So if you want, you can draw it in, otherwise just make a mark of it, and when you trace off, you'll trace off those points, these notches, and you'll put a red circle around your pattern piece. We're going to do the same at the back as well. So that's our new point right here. Drawing a line through the center so you can make sure it's even. And just so you can see, I'm going to put a circle around the new points so you can see it there. Okay, so we've done our neckline, we've made sure it matches at the back, and we have moved the point of the dart in so that we get that nice shaping. Now it's time to trace off. Okay, so I've traced off our pattern pieces. This is our bodice front. I've labelled it, and I have proven the darts, making sure that they match up nicely at the top. Sorry, not that way. And the same for the back. Adding the 1 centimeter seam allowance all the way around, just not at the center front because obviously I'm cutting that on the fold. Good to make a note here. Cut on the fold. Zip at the back, and I've put the red circle around my dart point. So that's what you should have, depending on the different kind of V that you did, but roughly should look like that.